Not the type of game that we envisioned coming into today as we prepared. I thought defensively we did exactly what we wanted to do defensively and working against what they had run from previous year, to this new team in their first game. And, up until scoring at the last possession, had 37 points. Our struggles today were on the offensive end. For whatever reason, I thought we came out, got off to a good start. I think we scored the first 8 points. And then, for some reason, the basket got smaller and smaller, and we became tentative and hesitant in taking shots. We had wide open looks, and talking to our players that they just have to continue shooting. I mean, they have to stay confident because we need perimeter scoring. We need post scoring. We need perimeter scoring, and these players are better than they're playing right now, and we just have to continue to work to find a rhythm and get our confidence back. But it was an exciting atmosphere. We're excited to have all of those students here for the game today, and what an incredible atmosphere they provided today and gave us a lot of energy and made it difficult for everyone to hear during the game. But all in all, it was fun and just excited we were able to find a way to win at the end.
You exploded for 26 points in the fourth, and you outscored your previous 3 quarters in that one quarter alone. Was it just that the shots were falling there, or was there anything in particular, like any adjustment that you made?
I think there were times we became very stagnant, and the players really couldn't hear me, so trying to give them the opportunity to just push in transition, play with instincts, more motion, and we became stagnant. And I think in the fourth quarter, we just when you get to crunch time, you have to play through certain players. I mean, there was a focus and an emphasis in the second half of going through Callista Walters. She picked up 2 fouls in the first quarter actually, and she's very valuable. She picks up a third. It changes the entire complexion of her game going into the second half. So we needed to save her, and then so trying to go through her, and then Yassine defensively picked it up, and then offensively trying to put the ball in her hands. I mean, she's athletic. She can score. She can get to the rim, and she just needs to get more comfortable doing that. And I think she wants the ball in her hands. She likes being the go-to player. But I just thought we created off our defense. And we picked up our pressure. We got some steals, got some stops, and Danielle finally hit a couple open shots. Elena hit 2 huge threes in the second half. And, I mean, you're right. I looked at my staff, and I said, 25 points. I said, this is like an end of quarter or a half. I mean, it's the end of the third quarter, and we've only put 25 points on the board. But, I want our players to play up-tempo. I want them to be able to push in transition. I want them to play free and confident. And today was just an offensive struggle. And we just have to continue to keep working and keep believing in them, in each other, that we're going to put it together.
I mean, you talked about how communication a little bit was an issue. Do you think that, your 2 highest scoring quarters were when you were shooting on the basket that was closer to your bench? Do you think that had anything to do with it?
Well, it has a lot to do with it. When the offense is in front of me and the point guard is coming down, we talk about when a call is made by the point guard that their teammates echo. Well, it was very difficult to hear. Now, when the point guard's bringing the ball up the floor in the second half, the team is right in front of me. And if I'm making the call, they can all hear it. And, I'm going to allow players to make decisions and call the plays throughout the course of the game. But at crunch time, when I want something specific, I want to know who is having the ball in their hands, where our shots are coming from, and who's getting touches. So calls will come from me at that time.
Do you think Cornell played really good defense today, or do you think you guys just didn't put the ball in the basket?
You know what? They're very disciplined. If you watch them, they do a good job of fighting over screens. Their post players do a good job of helping on those screens. I thought they were very active in sitting in driving lanes where they were taking angles away. They were coming off of which we should have been able to find shooters in the corners, and we didn't. But I thought they're very disciplined. I think Dana Smith is a terrific coach. And, she's dealing with an entirely new team, and I was really impressed with Game 2 and how they came out today and played.
Going into the city game against Duquesne, what are the facets of the team that you're looking to improve the most?
Offensively. I mean, that's the biggest thing, ball movement offensively, knocking down shots, offensive rebounds. I mean, I just think, defensively we're going to prepare for our opponent. Duquesne typically they'll want to put a lot of points on the board. They have good shooters. They've had a good inside game. I haven't watched them yet this year. I know they've played 2 games, but my focus has been on our first 2 games. So that preparation will start tonight. But it's a city game. I mean, I know a lot of our players don't understand what that means with having so many new players, but it's one game at a time, and that's the next opponent on our schedule, and that's the way we'll prepare for them the same way we have prepared for the previous 2 teams and every team thereafter.